first met not in a gym, but the next most popular place where you find all MMA fighters and improv theater. So,
Yeah.
how did it happen that one of UA's fiercest fighters is interested in improv?
Well, because like it's one of the most common places for MMA fighters to be hanging out is an improv theater. No, well, basically it was a gift from my wife, actually, from my missus, for my birthday, because I'm really like I'm very interested in acting and theater. I've always wanted to do it since I was a kid. Unfortunately, in Morocco, it's not a big thing. It's not, you don't have big chances of succeeding um in doing theater or cinema or acting. So I just forgot about it, kind of. But I translated that in a way without even realizing into my personality. So I like to joke around. I like to act people, wind them up, tease them a little bit, pretend, and all that kind of stuff. So that's one thing. And then the improv, it's a way of getting your mind to think quicker and on the spot. And I thought, like, uh, we thought that that's gonna help me improve my my reactions,
Yeah.
and so that I can argue faster with my wife and I can reply faster.
Did
And
it help?
it helped.
It helped.
Yeah, honestly, like I see big improvements, man.
Not just
Now she just says, "No, just shut up, man. Shut up."
but not just the arguments with the wife. My question would be: did you find any benefits to fighting from
No,
improv?
it's helping us communicate more. Actually,
Hmm.
it's helping. You mean we're like in fighting in MMA?
Yeah, not fighting with
Yeah,
your wife.
yeah, not fighting with my throwing
Yeah.
fists and everything. No, I mean, it, honestly, like it is helping me be sharper and react faster. I've noticed that, especially in my last two fights, which were the two fights after finishing the improv classes. And I feel like for example, during the improv class there was this exercise where you had to work your reflex. You had to shoot people, not with a real weapon but with your fingers, like so you had to shoot people. And I noticed that my reflexes were getting better and better. Actually, I was winning those games, those shooting games.
I was
So
there. You were not just
I
winning it;
shot you a
you were
couple of times.
destroying it. You were destroying it. The game was like if you hear a certain like a code, then you have to shoot the person next to you. Or there's a confusing element to it. And before you could even think of who to shoot, Anas is already bang
I was
shot you off.
there. I was there. I was shooting and loading at the same time straight away. I loved it. That was my favorite game. But no, it really did. I feel like it did improve my thinking quite a bit.
That's
Yeah.
interesting, because my gut instinct was that largely combat sports is a zero sum game. You're aiming to not get punched in the face. And improv, on the other hand, is very collaborative, where you're looking to build on what the other person does to you. So that was my instinct. And I thought maybe there's no link. And then I came across an interview by Ryan Hall. And also, Bruce Lee used to always say, be water. And what they were implying was that if you find yourself in a certain position on a certain hold, your best plan of action is not to resist it because those holds are designed in a way that you will start sinking further and further, but to accept your position and then adapt to that and try to use your hand or your leg in some way and then move further from there. So that sense, the improv's collaborative element, accepting where you are and accepting adversity might help you.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, sometimes it's even like it's in fighting as well. Sometimes in life in general, I guess they say roll with the punches. Some and to me that's improv as well. You have to, sometimes you have to roll with those punches. Yeah, whatever your friend is throwing at you, don't just block, but roll with it.
Yeah, for anyone who's a budding fighter, we're not suggesting that if you get punched in the face, you say yes and.
I've done that a couple of times. It's exciting. It's exciting. It's not smart. It's not clever, but sometimes it's very exciting. It's very very exciting, especially like for the spectators. Like if you see some of my highlights, I'm slipping and rolling with the punches, and honestly, like, and it's helped me a few times. Like for example, four fights back, we had a fight in India in Hyderabad, and I was fighting John Browen from New Zealand. And the last few seconds, John didn't hear the bell, and he threw a punch after the bell. But for me, the fight finished, so I had my hands down, and somehow I could see the punch coming even after the bell. And because my hands were down, there was no time to put my hands up, so I rolled with the punch, like I went with it, and luckily it didn't hurt me. I absorbed that shock, and I was fine after that. So it does help sometimes.